to 3.5. Boom. There we go. This will be easy section. You'll whip through this section. Slope 3/8, y-intercept 0.5. So basically they want us to graph. They're just giving me a slope and a y-intercept, and they want me to graph. Remember how that works? I'll just draw a big graph here, because that one I can't see anything. All right, so remember, how do you graph given those two pieces? Remember what we did yesterday? Can we just start with this y-intercept point? So that's 0.5. It's easy to get things turned around if you don't practice enough as far as the over, up, and rise and run and that kind of stuff. Remember, the first number, when you have the two numbers with the comma and the parentheses, the first number's over and the second number's up. Remember that when you have the two numbers with the comma and the parentheses? First number's over, second number's up. So go over 0, up 5. 3, 4, 5. So right there. Is that good there so far? So that's the first dot, huh? We just need two dots, right? So that's the first dot. How do we get the second dot? Well, then that's the slope. Remember how slope works? 3 over 8. What is the top on slope? What is it? What over what? It's rise over run. Yeah, so notice slope first goes up, then goes over. Notice it's opposite of points. Some people get those confused. I think they haven't practiced enough. Because the x is over first and then up for points, for two numbers with the comma and the parentheses. Whereas with the fraction thing, you do the up first, not the over, huh? Got to keep that straight. Sometimes people reverse those. It just levels them on the exam. So go up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then over 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Connect the dots. So up 3, over 8. Done. Does that make sense how I did that? So I started at up 5 because they gave me the 0.5, over 0, up 5. That's my first dot. And how did I get from my first dot to my second dot? I let the slope is like a signpost telling you go up 3 over 8, huh? Rise, run. So from here you go up 3 over 8. Is that good? And I could show you, if it's more helpful. Okay, so slope 4/3, 0.0 minus 6. Can you graph that? So try that on that graph. See if you can graph that using that point and that slope. Start at the 0, -6 spot. So over 0, down 6, right there. Right? That's that first dot. And then from there, where do we go? Up for this rise over run. So go up for 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. Up 4 over 3. There it is. Connect the dots. We got our graph. Good enough? Easy enough on that? No questions? Okay, so try that one. So we've got slope, -2/3, y-intercept, 0, 10. So try that one. Okay, so where do we start? Up 10. I think I'm just going to put it on a little graph like this. So start up 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So start up 10, right? Over 0, up 10. Remember, it's over and then up. And then where do we go from there? What do you do with a negative that's on a fraction? Where am I going to put that negative? In the top, right? Always put that negative in the top. That's rise over run. So we'll go down 2, 1, 2, over 3, 1, 2, 3. So down 2, over 3. And then connect the dots. And we got it. Is that okay? Questions on that, on graphing those? Just like yesterday, huh? Same kind of thing. We okay with that? Anything I can answer on that? That wouldn't be a y-intercept. That'd be over, that'd be like here. Wouldn't be on the y-axis.
So we have to find the y-intercept?
Nope, just graph. No, it would just be like, just be a point and a slope. They won't change that up. Okay, so let's try that one. So they want us to graph. We did some of this yesterday. 5x minus y equals 2. So how do we do that? How do we, what do we do to graph that thing? Yeah, like always, huh? Like always. So go ahead and do that. Y is saying, I want to be alone. I want to be alone. So try that. Go ahead and get y alone. Do what it takes to get y alone there. So to get y alone, what do we do first? Minus 5x from both. Like that. Just kind of scribbly there. Good so far? And now y's not quite alone yet, huh? What do you do when you have a minus sign on that y? Divide through by -1? Yeah. Divide through by -1 like that. And you always got to divide by all three, huh? That gets rid of the minus sign. And so we get y equals. So remember what two negatives here? Positive. And one negative is negative, huh? We good there? So I did the work to get y alone. Now, what do we do from here? Now that y is alone, what do we do from here? Yeah, and how do we go? Where do we start? Yeah, you start with the -2, huh? So remember that from yesterday, right? We did a bunch of these yesterday, huh? So I'll just do that again here. So start with -2, 1, 2, and that's always in the middle. It's down 2 in the middle. So down 2 in the middle, right there. Boom. And then where do we go from there? Got that 5, right? Put that 5 over 1, and that's rise and run, huh? Remember that yesterday? Rise and run. So go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over 1. We good with that? So remember that? So what did we do? We took the equation, got y alone, and then we start with the number that's off to the right, down 2, put a dot there, and then go up 5 over 1. Connect the dots, which Math Excel will do for you. There's your graph. Is that good? We pretty much did that yesterday. Questions on that? Remember how that works? Anything I can say to help on that? Is that good? All right. Okay. So, what do we got? 7y plus x equals 7. So give that one a try. So I'll do a couple steps with you. Y is saying I want to be alone, like it's always saying. 7y is minus x plus 7. Good so far. And then we got to get rid of that 7 in front of the y. So divide through by 7. So y equals minus x over 7 plus 7 over 7 is just 1, huh? Good to there? Got y alone? And now can you graph it from there? Hey, there's no number on the top up here of this fraction. So you know what we do, huh? Just put in a 1, huh? All right, so where do we start our graph? Start up 1 in the middle, huh? That number off to the right. So right there, up 1 in the middle. So our first dot is up 1, whatever this number off to the right is, that's your starting point, it's your y-intercept. So it's in the middle line, hits the y-axis. Up 1 on the y-axis. And then, you know, from there, rise over run, huh? So go down 1 over 7. So down 1 over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. So I went down 1 over 7. There's the second dot. Now we connect the dots to form our line. We're done. Questions on that one? We good? Anything I can help with? We good and happy? All right.